ladies and gentlemen and ladies, girls and boys and girls. Hit the subscribe button. We're coming there right off the muscle. Hit the subscribe button, let you know our channel is back on. Hit the bell notifications, let you know our channel is back on. That's said that twice. And hit the like and share. Hit the like and share. It helps the channel to grow. How you been? I'm doing my thing. You know that. You know how we do it. We go through our little weekly or bi-weekly talks, and we put the scope on what's going on. And my channel is to help you see, since I am a optician, superstar optician, I help people see. On this channel here, I try to help people, with this bill and all my bills that I do, I try to help people see life in a different way, to help you choose your critical thinking, to step up and be a critical thinker, to question your why, to know that everything that was told to us was told and backwards. That's my job. That's my assignment. And I proudly take on the assignment. Thank you. Today, an inspirational minutes with David today. Got a little thing, we always talk about words and how words cast spells. So today, inspirational minutes with Dave, the title of our bill today is entitled Word Magic, Ancient Art of Directing and Controlling Energy, Spells that's hidden in language. Word magic, ancient art of directing and controlling energy, spells hidden in language. They say that words are just elements of speech or writing because they can be used to strengthen the effects of magic, which is the art of directing and controlling energy. When spoken out loud, words transform into frequencies and vibrations that could be used to direct energy. Yeah, you didn't know that. That's why they say words cast spells. You know that? That's why it's called spelling, broadcasting. And why news, north, east, west, and south. News, spreading spells, broadcasting spells, north, east, west, and south, news. Now, this is one of the first steps to creating magic effects. And most people will laugh at the idea of magic being real. Yeah, it's real. But only if they knew what magic really is and how magic is being used to control them. They wouldn't be laughing, would they? Yeah, they wouldn't be kikiing, would they? The world is dominated by magic. And until you train your eyes to see how magic is used to control you, you will never know how the world really works. The controllers who pull the strings of politicians are well aware of how magic works. Many of them actually practice the art of magic, which is why they are sometimes referred to as dark magicians, dark musicians. Unfortunately, they like to use magic for power and evil purposes instead of using it to change the world into a better place. You know these people. The most powerful thing in the universe is energy, frequency, vibration. And if you learn how to control and direct this energy, you will become one of the most powerful person, the most powerful people on Gaia, Mother Gaia, Earth. Why do you think the controllers, the dark musicians, are so obsessed? They're so obsessed with magic and energy. Why? Question mark. What is the definition of magic? Okay. Here's an excerpt from the book entitled Word Magic, Powers and Occult Definition of Words. That explains what magic is. Word magic is derived from an old French word, magia, Latin magicus, magicus. I can butcher some words in Greek, magicals. Now, one of the earliest definitions of magic is the art of influencing events and producing marvels using hidden natural forces. Magic has a strong relation with magnetic and electrical energy. Did you notice that the word magnetic has the word magic in it? Oh! Did you notice the word magnetic has the word magic in it? Did you? Now, take out the net and magnetic, and you are left with the word magic. Magic net. Tick. The heart of magic is often practiced along with the certain words and scarce geographies. Now, common words that are used in magic rituals are the words that produce powerful sound tones when spoken out loud. Energy, frequency, vibration. Now, these sound tones are power vibrational patterns that are used to direct and control energy and harness its power. Sound is able to direct energy for the reason that it carries certain frequencies, patterns that attract energy to flow in a controllable manner. Furthermore, sound is one of the natural forces used by nature. One of the natural forces used by nature to create crystalline structures and scarce geographies, which are some of the building blocks of matter. You didn't know? The power of words. And once you know how words alone with sound can be used to direct energy to produce magic effects, you will know that words can be as powerful or even more powerful than swords. When they move ladders around in words to the front, you get a sword. Woo! Hold up. Let's say that again. You might miss that one. Once you know how words along with sound can be used in direct energy to produce magic effects, you will know that words can be as powerful or even more powerful than swords. SWORDS. When you move the letters around in words to the front, you get a sword. SWORD. This is not by accident, people. Nearly all the words in English language are carefully designed and put together in a way that produces magic effects, so that the creators and the dark magicians of these words can trick you into playing their con game. Yeah. The truth is to be sold, not told. You dig? Again, words cast spells. Is this hard for you to believe? Or light bulbs flashing like crazy in your head right now? If not, you still have a lot to learn, because you do not even realize that you have been enslaved. Maybe this quote from the Matrix could help you wake up a little. Morpheus, quote unquote, the Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us, now in this very room. You can see it when you look outside your window, or when you turn on your television. TELLIE vision. You can feel it when you go for a walk, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled. It is the world that has been put over your eyes to blind you from the truth. Neo, discombobulated. What truth? Morpheus? What truth, he asks. Morpheus, that you are a slave. That's what Morpheus say. Quote unquote, that you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, they were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell, taste, or touch. A prison of your mind. The Matrix is not just a movie entertainment. There was an experiment done by dark musicians to see how people would react to a movie that was telling them the truth in a metamorphical kind of way. The dark magicians like to tell you what they're doing to you or planning to do to you through movies, via movies and TV shows and cartoons. Simpsons, by the way. Matrix, by the way. Our Robot, by the way. You see it now? You see it now? Blinding powers of words and contracts. Another word that they like to use when playing the con game is contracts. When you separate the contract in half, you get a track. Contract, TRACT. As a verb, the word con is deferred and defined as a swindle or a trick, a con, C-O-N. A noun that the word tract is defined as a brief treatise or pamphlet with general distribution. Now, based on the two definitions, you put con and tract together, you get a deceptive treaty or a treaty full of trickery technology, you dig? And when you sign a contract, peep this. When you sign a contract with a corporation or with the government, you are agreeing to a fraudulent and deceptive treaties. In other words, peep game, you're being conned. You know, the banana in the tailpipe, the whoop-de-blam, you are being conned. And the good news is that pretty much of all contracts you made with corporations and governments and government agencies are fraudulent since they do not come with the full disclosure. How to decipher words to find their deeper meanings and intent. Now, if all you do is look at the common definition of a word, you will never know the deeper meaning of it. Find its deeper meanings. You need to look below its surface, dissect its layers, and look at it from many different angles. Go all around it, 360 degrees. Go into it, 360 degrees. Go around, then go inside of it at all different angles. This means that you might need to use etymology dictionary to find the origins of words. Split and rearrange the word using the art of anagram. And once you find the origins of a word, dissect its layers and look at it from many different angles. The true content, the true intent and true content and meanings of the word magically become noticeable inside your mind. So next time you look up a definition of a word, giving you a little game, do not only look at its face value, but look into its origins, preface, and surface, and suffix. For example, the word believe, believe, B-E-L-I-E-V-E, has the word lie in it, L-I-E. The word know, K-N-O-W, has the word know in it. Other examples are days, D-A-Z-E, days, D-A-Y-S, weekend, weekend, and week, W-E-E-K, W-E-A-K. People, weekends have been sent them into a daze, making them weak. And by the end of the week, by the end of the week, we have a weekend which has weakened people. This is because the 9-to-5 jobs have distracted and drained the people's energy. Never remain silent. Always ask questions. Question everything. E-R-R thing. T-H-A-N-G. Silence is a consent. To be silent is to enlist a contract. Listen, silent, enlist, all the same word. Silent, listen, enlist, all the same word. And how can words be used as magic spells, you ask? You asked me. I heard you. When you speak words, you are casting your thoughts and vibrations into the earth magnetic field or magic field, which is the energy field that creates the reality of Mother Gaia, the reality of earth. And if you're not careful and say certain words together, you can actually cast a spell without even being aware of it. You're oblivious and you'll cast spells among you and your loved ones. Words cast spells, people. I get emotional. I get a little crunk sometimes. Have you ever wondered why one of the first things they teach you in school is how to spell? Have you ever wondered why one of the first things they teach you in school is how to spell? And when you go to school, or when you went to school, for the first time in your life, you were taught the alphabet. Alphabet is made of letters that are designed using scarce geography. These letters are ideograms, which are written in symbols that represent ideals. And one very important thing you need to know about all written symbols is that they are created into the essence from the egg and the serpent. The lion, the egg, and the serpent are important requisite symbols in the religion of secret society. And after learning the alphabet, you are taught how to spell using letters of the alphabet. This is to prepare you for the day you could cast magic spells through the use of spelling. Did you notice that the magic spell and spelling have the word spell in them? Question mark. This is no accident, people. It is right in your fucking face. Right in your face, man. They can't hide it. They have to put it in your face. But here's the deal. You don't want to see. You blind to it. It's right in your fucking face, but you're blind to it. And the hidden intent of spelling is to cast magic spells. And most people are too ignorant. Yeah, I said it, are too ignorant. Lacking in knowledge. Know the ledge. So you won't fall off into darkness. They have no idea what they're actually doing when they yell harsh words at one another. After learning how to spell words, you were taught to cast those spellers into sentences, phrases, and ideas without teaching you about their magic effects. Yeah, I was too. I was part of it too. The purpose of this is to prevent you from knowing the true intention of language so that the dark magicians can control your mind using magic spells. How to protect your mind from the spells of the darkness, you asked. Someone asked back there. Yeah, I see you. You asked. One of the most effective ways to protect your mind from magic spells is to become more aware of them and how they are being used to try to control you. Then the magic spells lose their effects. For example, when a magic spell is used or a magician does a magic trick, the magician can fool you into believing, remember, believe, it has lie in the middle of it, that the trick is real. However, if you figure out how the trick is done, you can no longer be fooled because you know it was an illusion. In other words, you have become aware, cognizant of the trick. It cannot deceive you anymore. Important. This is very important. And once you become aware of how it works, you must know that the dark magicians has no effect on you and that you do not fear fake expectations appearing real. You do not fear it anymore. Because if you fear their spells, then they have a stronger influence over you. They have power over you. And a very important key in manifestation and psychic influence over people is to have an emotional, strong desire for something. However, fear, fake expectations appearing real, also arouses a strong emotional energy in people, so it can replace the strong desire, which means you give the dark magicians what they want when you fear them. It helps set into motion the manifestation of psychic influence. The awareness of one of the most powerful spiritual powers that you can have. Use it wisely, and the dark magicians will not be able to control you. Learn how to use your power. Learn how to use the power of your awareness wisely. And with the right knowledge, know the ledge, so you won't fall into darkness, you can increase and strengthen your awareness. And next time you make a wish using words or yell at someone, you might want to think twice before saying those words. Paul Chain, thank you for that. Again, words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Be careful of your words. Do not cast spells over you, your family, and your loved ones' lives. Watch what you say. I come to work every day and say, good morning. I said, no, grand rising. Nobody dead up in here. Words cast spells. And if you're watching this by the weekend, I hope you're not wicked from the weekdays. D-A-Z-E-D. If you made it this far in our Inspirational Minutes with David, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications. Let you know our channel back on. Hit the like and share. Thank you in the best. Help the channel to grow. The book, yeah. Sell it forever. The audacity of woke. I talk about spells in that book. I talk about wordplay and magical spells and the audacity of woke. A memoir of a man who's been mentally asleep. Thank you in advance. Thank you. Thank you in advance. Thank you. I'm going to leave you in peace. Positive energy. Positive energy always create evolution. And if I love me, I love you. And when you love me in return. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your little bit of time with us. Deep Fly Optician. Inspirational Minutes with David. Until next time. Peace.